that of all the things they
What's up, everybody?
The reality
good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Is what humbles them the most.
Ralph Graves Jr. Morning Show.
We look at people.
Oh, I can be on this part.
Yeah, you can.
Why are they?
Wait.
That
Here we go.
But it's the time that you.
How you guys doing this morning?
Because your time.
Nobody's watching.
Your tears,
No, not yet.
Do you see the little eyeball with the
and
zero?
purges so you
Just
can
for
rid
you.
yourself of some things. The time. So, I remember you always telling us that people want your now. They don't want you to get to your now, and even what we're talking about right now, they don't want to spend the time to get there. No. And for those who have gotten there before you, they still trying to pledge you like you need more time in because you didn't do the time. You have no idea the catch-22. You just have to realize I'm not caught between a rock and a hard place. I am.
Welcome, Facebook.
And he
good morning.
Is in me.
Welcome, YouTube Live. Good morning. About to go on in 3 minutes. Our topic today is why optimism matters. Is that right, Janae?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Janae and I are here today, and Matt is producing, and we're talking about why optimism matters. It's a little
be me when you graduate with your degree. You make
about X-athletics, Brian Leafy.
Because the word says that
got on his hat today.
It says they
friend of the show.
And they conquered him by the blood of the Lamb.
Hey guys, tell somebody to tune in. We're at www.am.com, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, 860 AM on the AM dial in the tri-state area.
The time that you spent.
We're up here in Kenwood, PA, and we have a good show today. Why optimism matters. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So glad to see you guys on here today. I'm going to go on Instagram Live. And so I like to come on early,
today's win,
about 2 or 3 minutes early with you guys, just to see who's on and kind of get show you guys what happens behind the scenes. I'm my unstoppable gator. You need one, let me know. Yeah, unstoppable. Hear that?
Victories throughout the war. Battles only won and done.
Anyway, tell somebody about the program. Gonna have a good time today. Have a good time. Take this off. Looks like a scarf.
Oh, now you don't like scarves. Now scarves are given.
Looks like what do you call them things?
Mascot.
A mascot. That's what it looks like. A mascot. Looks like an ascot. Guys, we've been doing this radio thing almost a year now. Still don't know what I'm doing, so thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for being patient with us. We figure all this stuff out.
This one is not a circumvent. This is not a go around. This is not a, get me up and pull me
So
over.
that's what we're talking about today.
This is a walk out.
About to go live in less than a minute.
And the maturity that comes with it. Do you know I spent just as much time in this current?
Everybody's having a good morning.
God, I'm not going to embarrass him. Because I've embarrassed him.
Tell somebody we're on.
I have stomped. I have.
Janae, can't hear that, can you?
How could you do this to me?
I don't know, but we do normally turn up the thing, right?
Yeah, we'll turn it up when we get rocking.
I mean, we're
WWTV Philadelphia, 860 AM.
no.
Good morning. My name is Jamie Jackson, and I'm one of the attorneys with Codler, Hernandez, and Cohen, where we put people first. We're a full-service law firm that specializes in personal injury, workers' compensation, nursing home abuse, medical malpractice, real estate, and wills and trusts. Should you ever need any legal assistance, please do not hesitate to contact us. We can be contacted toll-free at 1-877-866-7535. Once again, that's 1-877-866-7535. Also, please visit our website at www.optimismmatters.com. peoplefirstlawyers.com and see how we can assist you. And please, be sure to mention that you heard us on the Ralph Graves Jr. Show and ask for Jamie Jackson.
Set goals. Make them happen. What do you do every single day? What do you do on a daily basis? And does what you do run parallel with what your goals are? If not, that's okay. Evaluate what you do on a daily basis. Make small changes. Set goals and make them happen. The make part is writing down what you do on a daily basis, evaluating it, and then making small changes on a day-to-day basis. This is X Athletics. Age, size, abilities. We all can. This is about getting up off the ground when you're 90 years old. Functional fitness. This is a lifestyle. This is a way of life. This is a decision, a conscious decision for yourself. Coach Lee, 856-236-0810, www.xathletics.co, xathletics123@gmail.com, Coach Leaf _X on Instagram.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Ralph Graves Jr. Show. My name is Pastor Ralph Graves, and I am so happy to be with you this morning. It's another Wednesday, and we are here. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Pastor Ralph Graves. I'm pastor of the Cornerstone Community Church in Millville, New Jersey. Been doing that, it'll be 15 years in January. And so we thank God for that. We are here at www.dbam.com, 860 on the AM dial. We're on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, as soon as I hook that up. But nevertheless, my daughter, Janae, she's in with me today. Good morning, Janae.
Good morning, everyone.
Matt is producing the show. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, everybody.
How's everyone today? Everybody have a good weekend. How's your weekend, Janae?
Weekend was pretty good. I can't really remember what I did.
No.
Of course. Oh, I babysat my niece.
You have a good time?
Yeah, she's funny because, I guess it's like all kids, but like when you tell them that you're going to do something, they're like, okay, great. Like you're going to do it.
Right.
So I told her that she had to start going to bed without me. And after I was finished my movie, I would come in.
Uh-huh.
So I had her set up in my room and everything.
Right.
And then after my movie was done, I hear her coming out of my room. So I'm just waiting to see her come around the corner.
Yeah.
And she's like, didn't you say that when your movie was done, you were going to come back here? And I was like, you're right. So I just turned off the TV and I went back there with her.
Yeah. That's cool. Hey, guys who watch on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, we want to welcome you to the show. Today, Matt is producing the show. I walked in today and met Matt, and I knew me and Matt were really going to click because he had on the Wu-Tang shirt. What's up, Matt?
How you doing, Ralph? Good to meet you.
How was your weekend, bro?
You're a big Wu-Tang fan.
How was your weekend?
It wasn't too bad until I watched the Eagles game.
Well, it's tough, but we're gonna try to lift everybody up. That was tough. Ryan Leafy, I see you. I got on the X Athletic hat. Hey guys, listen. The call in numbers 888-329-3306. We have a great topic today, and I want to talk about that's probably good for Matt because hey mom, good morning. Why optimism matters. If you're an Eagles fan, you might want to listen to the program. If you're anybody's fan, but we're going to talk about why optimism matters, and it's not the same. Often, you have to know that being optimistic is often synonymous with being positive, but it's not the same. Optimism is not about wearing rose-colored glasses and rolling over when things get tough. It's about staying focused on the good in any situation. So we're going to talk about why optimism matters. For me, when I go through things and things drag me down, I hold on to a sense of optimism that I've carried throughout my life. And the same optimistic mindset has always traveled beside me, even when I fail to recognize it. So optimism pulls us through some stuff. We're going to talk about that today. Now, we have a question out there, and I want you guys to call in and answer this question for me. Our question of the day is, what makes you optimistic about the future or about your future? What makes you optimistic about your future? All right. So join in on the topic, because the optimism is definitely something we need in this day and age. My weekend was pretty good. I did it. I went mountain biking again. With
are you getting better?
Yes, I am.
That's my question. Are you getting better?
Well, I mean, each trail has its own challenges.
Yeah, but I guess you like it more than kayaking, because you haven't gone back.
I won't go canoeing again.
Yeah,
I might go kayaking, but I won't go canoeing again. Canoeing you have to go back and hear that story. But yeah, went mountain biking again with my friend Anthony and this guy named Carlos that we met in our mountain biking group on Facebook. New Jersey Mountain Bike. We went to we stayed local. But hey, good morning, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Good to see you. We went mountain biking in Rancocas Valley. Hey, what's going on? Instagram Live. So we had a good time. I of course I'm getting better. I mean, you keep riding, but I tell you what, them trails, them stumps and stuff don't respect you. You better pay attention to what's going on. And I discovered a new show.
I had another question about biking.
Well, go ahead. Another question about bike. Go ahead.
Is it an expensive sport?
It can be like anything else.
Equipment,
it can be. And your dad, I don't do nothing halfway, so it probably will get more expensive than what I'm what I'm doing now. I mean, a good bike. I mean, you can't really go out and do what we do on a bike from Walmart. I mean, you could try, and the bike will fail you. And there's nothing worse than a bike letting you down 5 miles into the trail and you got to walk back. Right. 5 miles, and so, but no, it can get expensive like anything else, but I do it mostly to stay in shape. But I also discovered a new show. I discovered on Netflix, what's it called? American Barbecue? What's it called, Janae?
Yeah, it's called like American Barbecue Showdown or something like
Matt,
that.
have you seen this on Netflix, American Barbecue Showdown?
No, I haven't seen that show.
I like barbecue.
It's so good.
Good morning, Kayer.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Well,
How you doing? All right?
yeah.
Good to see you. What's it called? American Barbecue Showdown.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's the worst show to watch before you go to bed. I mean, they are putting steaks on the grill and smoking and smoked steaks and briskets and ribs and hamburgers and side dishes.
Cobblers,
all kinds of peach cobblers. One thing I will say this about barbecue and about the South, boy. They don't hesitate to use sugar and butter. Sugar and butter on everything. My God,
you gotta make it taste good.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to the show. Facebook Live, Instagram Live, www.am.com. Now, and 860 AM. What we're talking about is why optimism matters. Why optimism matters. I told you it's very different than just having a positive outlook, Mr. Positivity. Optimism will bring you through some things that just staying positive may not. So good morning on everybody on Facebook Live, on Instagram Live. You're saying hi to me. Jacqueline Kerbeck, Wesley Fortune. Wesley Fortune checked in. He said Chef's Table Barbecue is also a great show on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, my gosh. Chef's Table, period.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Wesley, can you cook? Can you cook barbecue, Wesley? Can you do it like Chef's Table? Can you do it like the Great American Barbecue Showdown? Can you do it like that? I tell you what, I told my cousin, Matt, when we were watching, I said, man, look, I called my cousin. He thinks he can barbecue. My cousin, Mike. I said, listen, I need some beef ribs this weekend. I'm telling you, when you watch this stuff, if you're not a meat eater, you ain't going to watch it. But if you watch
it'll probably make you really sad, actually.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of meat out there. There's a whole lot of animals out there on them grills, man. But it's good stuff. So why optimism matters. Why optimism matters. Point number one. And I want you guys to answer this question too throughout this program. Call in 888-329-3306. Third caller gets a gift from the show. So the point number one, why optimism matters. Put it up on screen for me, Janae. Point number one, it digs us out of the hole that negativity creates. That's why it matters. Sometimes negativity, and it's very basic right there, right? Here, one of the benefits is that it digs us out of the hole that negativity can create for us. It digs us out of that hole, okay? Because a negative mindset and whatnot kind of put us in in a funk. And so we have to be optimistic about some things. I often say your hardest days, you are undefeated. You have made it through the hardest days of your life. If you're still here, you're undefeated. So we have to be optimistic about that. We have to be optimistic about that. Let me jump right to point number 2. Point number 2 is this, is that to be expansive. And what that means is pessimism makes us contract and shy away from new adventurous things. It causes us to fixate on the negative possibilities and trapped by fear and failure. Nothing will keep you stuck like fear. Optimism allows you to expand. Optimism allows you to say, you know what? Let me try this. Let me give this a shot. Let me see if this can turn out to be a little bit better than I expected. So optimism is important. It helps us expand to some things. Optimism opens us up to new ideas, new experiences, new possibilities. It frees us up to consider new options, change our businesses, our lives for the better. Optimism helps us look to the future and create expansive, evolving realities. All right? Optimism, in other words, encourages us to grow. Guys, I just want to remind you that what isn't growing is dying. What isn't growing is dying. Optimism helps us expand and helps us to grow. You want to grow your network, you want to grow your business, you want to grow anything. You got to have a bit of optimism involved in that. So guys, give me a call, 888-329-3306. We do have a question of the day. Question of the day is this: what makes you optimistic about your future? What makes you optimistic about your future? The seasons has changed. We're coming up on a new season, the last 90 so days of the year. What makes you optimistic about your future? Please share. You don't know who you might lift today. You don't know who you might encourage today. Somebody might say, man, I never thought about it like that. That's what this show is about. That's what the show is about. Lifting people. We're not going to talk about stuff that bring us down, but kind of expand us, kind of get us out of some of the holes that we're in. What makes you optimistic about your future? T. Jefferson Lyons checks in on Instagram. She says, the object of her faith. And I've been knowing T. Jefferson Lyons since we were children. The object of her faith is her Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's the object of my faith as well. That keeps you, if you are a believer, and I am a believer, I'm a believer. The object of our faith keeps us optimistic about the future. I preached a sermon on Sunday called, I came out of Romans chapter 8. What shall we say then? If God be for us, who can be against us? So my faith in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Thank you, T. Thank you for sharing that. 888-329-3306. 888-329-3306 are the call-in numbers. We have a great show today. That's the Twitter poll. What makes you optimistic about the future or your future? If you care to share, guys, just reach out, be part of the program. We're going to take a short break and we will be right back. My name is Ralph Graves. Listen to www.dbam.com, 860 on the AM dial. We will be right back.
Set goals, make them happen. What do you do every single day? What do you do on a daily basis?
Hey everybody, my name is Ralph Graves Jr. I'm the host of the Ralph Graves Jr. Show, and I want to invite you to pick up my book, Unstoppable. I wrote a book called Unstoppable. It's 7 universal laws that will transform how you pursue and achieve success. The one thing that my 20 years of law enforcement has taught me is that no matter who you are, we are all governed by universal laws, like gravity. But in this book, we're going to talk about laws like the law of forgiveness, laws like the law of control, the law of intelligent practice, the law of expectancy. I was able to see how those, no matter what their background was, those who identified and treated these laws with respect, they were able to go on and lead successful lives. So pick up this book, and you can go ahead and pick it up at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, RalphGravesJr.com, where anywhere where fine books are sold. Thank you.
Revive Hydration is a proud sponsor of the Ralph Graves Morning Show. Revive Hydration is the first IV hydration and vitamin infusion service in the South Jersey area. For more details, please visit their website at www.revivehydration.com, or you can give them a call at 856-485-0070. Again, their website, www.revivehydration.com, or give them a call at 856-485-0070.
I'm back. Welcome to the Ralph Graves Jr. Morning Show. Thanks for tuning in. We're talking about why optimism matters. And I have a question out there for all of you. What are you optimistic about? What makes you optimistic about the future? Call in 888-329-3306. We have a gift for the guys for the third caller that calls in. 888-329-3306. Matt is producing the show today, and he'll take your call, and we'll talk about what makes you optimistic about the future. Don't say nothing.
I have an answer.
Go ahead, Janae. What?
I have an answer, and
What's that?
Something I have comments that then will lead me to the answer.
Please.
Yesterday when I went I had like a whole plan what I was going to do in the gym.
Right.
And I was like, all right, I'm going to do like drop sets. I've never done drop sets before.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I will experiment with those. So it's like you're supposed to do a bunch of reps at a lower weight to get like warm and everything.
Sure.
And then you go up to your working weights, which is heavier weight but lower reps, and you keep doing heavy weight, low reps back down.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. And I wasn't going to go up super high. I was just going to go to 315.
Sure.
Deadlift. And I decided to record myself. So I was optimistic in going into the workout. I was like, okay, it's going to be great. And then I got started and I was recording myself, and I noticed that like my form was like trash. Like the weight was flying, but I was watching my videos and I'm like, my hips are shooting up, and like it was bothering me.
So you were negative about your form.
Right. So I got into a negative hole that, that I created.
Right.
And then I was like, well, I'm going to be expansive, and okay, now I have something to work on.
There you go. There you go.
So I stopped after like my second set.
Yeah.
And then just did other things, but I expanded.
There you go.
And I'm going to work on it better.
Good. Okay.
More.
Good morning, Ken Dominic. Good to see you out here this morning. Hey guys, we have another question too. We always have a segment of the show. I hope you guys are prepared for this segment. I tried something over the week, or new that you tried last week. Anybody try anything new? I tried. Kyer, what you try?
New?
Yeah. Anything new?
Didn't try anything new.
Okay. Nothing. How was your birthday weekend?
It was so fun.
You had a good time?
Yes.
Very good. Turned 24. I remember 24. Long
time ago.
Long ago, Matt. We'll turn 24. Feel like Luther Vandross. Long ago. Long ago. I was 24. We had a good time. Janae, you try anything new?
I did. I did my hair.
You did your hair?
Yeah.
What you do?
It was a different style. I do my hair. But it was my first time braiding my hair with added hair.
Okay.
And it's all right.
All right. Matt, you try anything new? Segment of the show, I tried. Try anything new?
Nothing I could think of. I do. I'm trying to cut down some weight, so I tried to start like a 5-day water fast.
Okay.
It didn't work out. I did about 30 hours instead of.
But that's 30 hours. But watch this. Let's be optimistic. That's 30 hours you didn't do before.
You're exactly right. That's a good start.
That's a good start. One thing about those things, hey, good morning, Anthony, man. Good morning, Anthony Burks. Hey, check out my Spotify interview with Anthony Saltzman Burks. We call him Jay. Go to my Spotify channel, Ralph Grace Jr. Great interview with this guy, community leader. Great interview itself. But we kind of jump into things and we try to just do a 5-day, like you said, 5-day water fast, and we get discouraged. But stay optimistic. You did 30 hours that you would have never done before. So next time, try to 45 hours. You know what I'm saying? Good stuff. Good stuff. I didn't try anything. Oh, you know what I did? I did try.
What?
I did try. I reorganized my day. I get up. I now get up at 4 a.m.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, because I have to. I'm working on some stuff, and I need to be up at 4 because the phone starts ringing at 8. So if I want to do this deep work and really get some projects done, I get up 4. I spend some time with the Lord, about an hour, Bible study, meditation, contemplation, dive right into the work. And by the time the phone rings, I've already had 4 hours work down, man. So I'm really loving that. Pastor Ken Dominic says, I tried zucchini that was spirals and 8 meat sauce. He said, I used to eat zucchini instead of pasta. It was actually pretty good. There you go. All right, good job. Jacqueline Kerbeck said she tried leading a small group meditation class. She was nervous, but did it, and she learned a lot. See, life is about trying things. Try something you've never done before. Thank you, Dr. Kerbeck, for checking in. Being optimistic. And it may give yourself room. Give yourself room to fall on your face. Give yourself room to crash. I listened to a podcaster. She's phenomenal. Her name's Brene Brown, and for writers and things like that. She said, "Listen, your first draft, or the first time you try something, the first time you do something, is always crappy. It's always terrible. Just keep going back. Stay optimistic. Keep going back." And getting it done. So I like to hear you guys have tried new things. So thank you for checking in and saying that. 888-329-3306. We're talking about why optimism matters. Why it matters. We got done first 2 points. Here's the third point. Is it helps us the third point to get healthy. What I mean by getting healthy is dwelling on negativity isn't healthy. Not only are optimists generally happier and less stressed, but they also tend to have healthier hearts physically have a healthier heart. In a study of more than 5,100 adults, researchers from the University of Illinois found that those who were the most optimistic were 76% more likely to have health scores in an ideal range. In addition, optimists had significantly better blood sugar and cholesterol levels. They exercised more. They had healthier body mass indexes and were less likely to smoke than pessimists, right? Focusing on the positive instead of the negative improves our mental well-being, which can motivate individuals to take better care of their bodies as well. So this optimism thing, it's not just a notion. It puts you in a space where you are probably going to have a better attitude toward things, toward the things that you do. And even when it comes to your physical body, it even helps you to stay healthier. I mean, you think about it, right? How many people, when they go, what do they call it? Like when they get depressed, they eat. I forget what they call them, folks. Somebody help me. Like
stress eaters.
Stress eaters. Thank you. Emotional eaters. I eat because I'm sad, and I'm sad because I eat. And so if we had some more optimism about those things, man, listen, optimism just says that surely, even if this is the worst, things are going to get better. It's not walking around acting like things didn't happen. It's not walking around with your head in the sand. It's just saying that, you know what, if I change my attitude, I can change the results of my life, that things can get better. What can I do to make things better? Why optimism matters. Guys, call in 888-329-3306. Anthony Burke says on Facebook Live, he says, attitude is 70% of the battle. 70% of the battle. He's exactly right. It could be more than 70% of the battle. Your attitude toward everything you do results in your environment that you're in right now. So let's stay optimistic. Let's have the right attitude toward things, right? Let's get healthy. Let's have a mindset that kind of expands, digs us out of the hole. Optimists too, and I don't have this out there on I don't have it, but optimists, what optimists do? They see failure as a new start. They see failure as a new start. All right. So I failed. So I dropped the ball. So I messed up. Gives me a chance to start again. Gives me it. Let me take the knowledge. Let me take the mess that I messed up. Let me get a fresh start. Right.
And now you know which way not to do it.
Exactly. I may not know what to do, but I know what not to do. Failure, ladies and gentlemen, is not the end. In fact, it's the beginning of something great. That's what failure is. Optimists know that failure is not the end. Failure can be the beginning of something wonderful. When things are good, we kind of coast along without making any quantum leaps. But when things go bad, our worlds, they kind of get shaken up, and it requires us to grow. And so optimists, they see new things and they start afresh. That's why optimism is very important in our lives. Guys, answer the question for me today. Guys, what's the question? What makes you optimistic about your future? Janae talked about it a little bit. Did you answer that question, Janae? Yes, you did.
No, I didn't actually. I just
answer that question. I go around the room. What makes you optimistic about the future?
The like opportunities.
The opportunities that it brings?
Yeah.
What about you, Matt? What makes you optimistic about your future or the future? What makes you optimistic about it, man?
Because basically the goals I set for myself, I set attainable goals instead of setting goals that are too big.
Yeah.
At the beginning, like what I want to do in the future.
Sure.
I take steps into them goals.
Yeah.
Instead of jumping right into it.
Right.
To keep a positive attitude, and plus, because what I could do is, I control what I do.
Yeah. Very good. So he's optimistic about that. He says he gets a chance to control what he does. He understands that. Nobody can convince him to do anything. He controls, and all of you do too. But a lot of us, we don't realize that. Kaya, what makes you optimistic about the future?
Just to see where it takes me, like where I'm going to be, if I'm going to, well, I know I'll fulfill my goals. I don't have a choice, but just to see like the end.
And I'm glad I'm sitting in the room with folks who are optimistic about the future. I couldn't be around people who were, negative. I don't want to say negative Nancy's or Debbie Downers. I know some Nancy's and Debbies, and they're not negative people. But I couldn't be sitting in the room where it was down all the time. Guys, answer. Guys on Facebook Live, give me an answer or Instagram. What makes you optimistic about the future? Somebody call in 888-329-3306. Call in and let's talk about some of these things. Right, guys, listen. If you hear some of these ads and some of these commercials that you hear on the Ralph Graves, if you heard it, right? It means thousands of other people have heard it. That means that people can hear your ad as well. Now, I want you to contact Kyer Burt. Kyer, what's your
k.burtc3e@gmail.com.
k.burtc3e
at
gmail.com. She will tell you how to get your commercial, how to get your ad played on the Ralph Graves Jr. Show. It'll be played 24 times a month, right? Something like that, right?
Yeah.
24 times a month, possibly seen on Facebook and Instagram, those things. So if that's what you want to do, contact Kyer and we'll get that done. Guys, we're about to take a break, and when we come back, we'll come back with Janae. Janae's going to have the verse of the day. We're going to continue on our topic on why optimism matters. Hey, I hope I get a couple callers to call in. What makes you optimistic about your future? My name is Ralph Graves. This is the Ralph Graves Jr. Morning Show on www.dbam.com, 860 on the AM dial. We will be right back. Hey, everybody. My name is Ralph Graves Jr. I am the author of this book called Unstoppable. Now, what Unstoppable is about is it's 7 universal laws that will transform how you pursue and achieve success. Why don't you pick up your copy today? Go to my website, www.ralphgravesjr.com. Go to Amazon. This book is sold wherever fine books are sold, anywhere in the country. My name is Ralph Graves. Let's be unstoppable together.
Lawyers.com and see how we can assist you. And please,
everybody, my name is Ralph Graves.
The Ralph Graves Jr. Show, and ask for Jamie Jackson.
Facebook Live, call in.
Set goals, make them happen. What do you do every single day? What do you do on a daily basis? Does what you do run parallel with what your goals are? If not, that's okay. Evaluate what you do on a daily basis. Make small changes. Set goals and make them happen. The make part is writing down what you're doing on a daily basis, evaluating it, and then making small changes on a day-to-day basis. This is X Athletics. Age, size, abilities. We all can. This is about getting up off the ground when you're 90 years old. Functional fitness. This is a lifestyle. This is a way of life. This is a decision, a conscious decision for yourself. Coach Lee, 856-236-0810, www.xathletics.co, xathletics123@gmail.com, Coach Leaf _X on Instagram.
Revive Hydration is a proud sponsor of the Ralph Graves Morning Show. Revive Hydration is the first IV hydration and vitamin infusion service in the South Jersey area. For more details, please visit their website at www.revivehydration.com, or you can give them a call at 856-485-0070. Again, their website, www.revivehydration.com, or give them a call at 856-485-0070.
You can move mountains.
Welcome back, everybody. It's now time for the verse of the day. Optimism is a mindset. It's understanding that your last storm did not kill you. Psalm 56:4 serves us the following. In God I will praise his word. In God I have put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. When your hope is in the Lord, keeping the optimism is less daunting. I'm Janae Graves. This is the Ralph Graves Jr. Show, and that was your verse of the day.
Thank you for that, Janae. Keep that up on there, Janae. Listen, you guys, I am a pastor. I pastor Cornerstone Community Church, Millville, New Jersey. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. I am a believer. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. And as we talk about optimism, as we talk about keeping the mindset, for us believers, and you heard from my sister Tahir Jefferson on Instagram Live, what keeps her optimistic is her faith in Christ. And I lean on verses like this, Psalms 56:4. In God will I praise his word. In God I will put my trust. That keeps me optimistic about the future. I'm gonna tell you this. I gotta brag. I gotta lift up the name of the Lord. There has not been one time in my life where I have been in the will of God and I have been obedient to the will of God, where he has let me down, where he has failed to do and create in me what he was trying to get in me and out of me. And I'm telling you, if you don't know Christ as your personal Savior, you can't. John 3:16 says this, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. That's all. Listen, give your life over to Christ just as you are. You don't have to stop doing any. Just give your life to Christ and wholeheartedly, sincerely walk with him. And anything in your life that doesn't please him, he'll remove. He will take it away from you. But that's the secret to my success. People talk about their secret sauce. People ask me, why are you able to stay optimistic? Because I believe every word of God, every word written in the Bible, I believe, and God has not failed me yet. So he welcomes you into a right relationship with him. And it's available to you. I don't care who you are. So we're talking about optimism today. We're talking about I've tried. If you guys care to call in and talk about something new that you have tried over the past week, that is awesome too. All right, the next point in why optimism matters is this. It spreads good vibes, good energy, if you will, right? I'm not one of these vibes people, energy people, but what I'm trying to say is that it is contagious. Like when you walk into the room, right? Your attitude is contagious. Your optimism will be contagious, right? Optimism is contagious. Having an upbeat attitude can inspire everybody around you. Matter of fact, a survey conducted by the Gallup poll found that only 35% of U.S. managers are engaged in their jobs. This lack of engagement and its impact on employees cost the U.S. an estimated $77 billion to $96 billion a year. Attitude is everything. optimistic leaders can help motivate and engage those they work with. A positive team will be driven to accomplish goals and work together to move things forward. It's contagious. Maybe your job is terrible because you walk in with a funky attitude. Now, I'm not saying that everything is great all the time, but maybe if you just change your attitude toward it, maybe if you were optimistic, maybe that might change the vibe around where you are. Matter of fact, it's proven that optimism does. All right? Optimism does. It changes that. Anybody got any comments on that? You ever been in a situation where, this is messed up for everybody, but there was one optimist in the room and it kind of made it tolerable? I try to be that optimist.
Sometimes I go to work and I'm like, okay, I got to do this again. Like,
wait a minute, you work for me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, but I do the same thing over and over again. So I'll just be like, all right, here we go. Like, but then sometimes I'll be like, well, no, now I have an opportunity to do something, maybe a little different. Maybe, I can use a different color or, a different font or something like that. Like,
right.
So I try to change my attitude to work.
Are you the optimist in the room, Matt, when you show up for work or wherever you are? Are you the optimist or do you let some negativity jump on you sometime?
Oh, I always try to be the optimist.
Yeah.
If in any of my previous jobs, if somebody new coming in, they're asking me, what's this like? I always, no matter what, even if it's not the best job in the world, I try to give a positive spin on it. Otherwise, it's just going to set the tone for that person, and they're always going to be looking at the negative.
Yeah. What about you, Kair? Are you the optimist in the room when you show up in your different social circles?
Yes, I'd like to think so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I am, because I have like a friend and she's like the moody one, like she's always mad.
Is she listening to the show?
She's probably asleep.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that I am.
Yeah, it's important to be that person. And again, remember, optimism doesn't mean you're goofy, doesn't mean you're the class clown. It doesn't mean you walking around, acting like there's nothing wrong. But no, it's just, hey, listen, it is what it is. Let's make the best of it. Let's do our best. Calling, guys, 888-329-3306. Shout out to the people who are listening globally. We have some Jamaican listeners. They wanted to call in last week, but they didn't know. I don't know. I guess the international code was a little bit different.
I don't know.
Saudi Arabia, thanks for checking out the show. Appreciate it. Call in 888-329-3306. Why optimism matters. It matters. Hey, have you, like, when you walk in the room, right? You ever meet the person who walks in the room and takes all the air out the room? All the air. Oh my God, here she comes. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be the person to suck all the air. Listen, I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. When Jesus walked into the room, everything got turned up. When he walked into the room, I say this about Christ, he was irresistible. When I mean irresistible, there was no middle ground. Loved him or hated him. But wherever he went, he brought an energy with him. He brought a positivity with him. Right? You knew something changed when he walked in the room. So, and the same goes for you. When you walk into every room, what are you bringing with you? Are people relieved that a person like you showed up? Are they stressed out? Like, here she comes. Here he comes. Are they stressed out when you walk in the room? So optimism matters. Optimism matters. Thanks for checking in. Shamika Renee, she says optimism matters most definitely. It really matters. Imprecious says this: I try to remain positive in all things. When I find myself going in the other direction, I try not to put that energy on others. Thank you for checking in on Instagram Live. Thanks for checking in and saying that. Lady Brea on Instagram Live, she kind of agreed with me. She said, yes, she knows some people who walk in the room and kind of suck the life out of it, right? You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person who sucks the energy out of the room. That's not who you want to be. Anybody else call in and talk to me? What have you tried new? Instagram Live. What did you try new this past week that you never tried before? Life is about new experiences. Doing some, not new experiences that'll hurt you. Don't get trapped into that. But new experiences that help you grow. Anybody try anything new? Hey guys, 888-329 is the calling number. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on, where am I, Kyer? Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Thank you. Almost forgot LinkedIn. At everything at Ralph Graves Jr. Everything at Ralph Graves Jr.
Oh, and make sure that it's Ralph Graves Jr. because we've found out that he has like fake pages.
Yeah, people
have made fake pages.
Can you believe that? I have arrived, Matt.
Same profile picture,
everything.
They have stolen my profile pic. They've stolen pics of me and the family, and I have arrived. People are trying to
until people make fake pages of you.
But if they found out my credit score, they would erase the pages.
One day, people using your picture.
What's that?
You're gonna be on that TV show Catfish one day when
people
are using your picture.
Yeah. So how do I get the blue check by my name so people know it's me?
You gotta tell
Instagram, yeah.
How do I get verified?
I think it goes by the amount of followers you have.
Can you investigate for that? For Kyer? Kyer runs all of my social media network. That's why I always defer to Kyer. She runs those things.
There's 3. I found 2.
You found 2?
The one that you showed me.
Yeah. And
then I found a second one.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, Mama Klimzak. Yes, I do have fake pages. Yeah. People have there's 3 of them. And people brought them to my attention, like, Pastor, somebody is out here trying to be you. And I just blew it off. But then it kept showing up. Like, my cousin hit me up. And of course, he teased me. He's like, man, what are you into? So, and one's
a ladies page.
It has to be somebody that you know. If people around you are seeing it, they have to have mutual followers with, like, it has to be somebody who follows you already, because they wouldn't know to follow.
Yeah.
Oh, also, it happened to someone else.
Unfollow everybody, Kyer.
And it happened to Wayne too. And he said it's probably somebody that we do know. Like, because I commented, I was like, oh my gosh, my dad has fake pages too. And
Wayne,
like,
who, young? Okay. Yeah, probably somebody we know then. Stop trying to be me. It's not all of that. Really, you're probably better off being yourself. Don't. But anyway, follow me on all those things, and we'll link up some sort of the way. 888-329 is the call-in number. 888-329 is the call-in number.
3306.
I'm sorry. 888-329-3306. Thank you, Janae. I got all flustered. People trying to be me. Wow, how about that? So the topic today is why optimism matters. Why, or what makes you optimistic about the future? What makes you optimistic about the future? I think the best is yet to come. I really do. I learned a new word this week called theotony. Theotony simply means that, you keep a childlike exuberance about you, no matter what your age is. And optimists tend to do that. You keep a childlike exuberance about you. You're not just sitting and vegging out and not saying, oh, I'm not, you're not being immature, but you're not afraid to try new things. You're not afraid to continue to grow, And so let's keep our optimistic outlook. All right, next point, and bottom line is, it's the best choice. Optimism is the better choice. Optimism is the better choice. No matter what you face today, optimism is the better choice. I don't care what kind of report the doctor gives you. After you get over it, optimism is the better choice, right? I don't care what's happening. I don't care if you go to the Wawa to get out some money and it says insufficient funds. Optimism is the better choice. Learn to laugh at yourself sometimes, but be optimistic. Here it is.
Speaking of, real quick,
just
like on a side thing. Speaking of like ATMs, and it tell you there's no money in it.
Yeah.
How about I actually forgot I got paid last Thursday?
That's a good thing. You must be balling.
I forgot. It was crazy.
You get paid, you balling. That's a praise the Lord.
It was nuts. I was sitting down to do my budget, and I was like, dude, and I'm like, oh wait, that's yesterday's date.
You know who didn't forget? that you got paid?
Who?
Me. I paid y'all. It hurt. But good. That's good. That's really good.
That means my budgeting system works.
It
which
is.
Shout
out to the budget queens.
Yes. Budget queens, Mia, Sam, thank you so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's helping me stay optimistic about my budgeting skills.
Yeah. And Precious on Instagram, and I hope I'm saying that right. I see people's Instagram tags and I never know if I'm saying it right. Says that she stays optimistic because her latter will be greater. Her later days will be greater than her current days. So it's a better choice. There's no better alternative to optimism. Pessimism doesn't achieve anything, doesn't achieve much anyway. And it doesn't have any benefits over optimism. Being optimistic obviously doesn't mean seeing rainbows. Doesn't mean seeing rainbows 24/7. Everything won't always be great, but optimism helps us see new opportunities, learn from different situations, keep it moving. Optimism allows you to see opportunities within the obstacles. Inside of every obstacle is an opportunity that you can only see if you're optimistic. All those O's. I know you hate that, Janae. Optimistic, opportunities, obstacles. Inside of every obstacle is an opportunity.
I think an amazing example, and we're going to try to get him on your show.
Okay.
We're going to write it down. Is that chef Guy Fieri?
Okay.
He has so many TV shows.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get him.
Like, it's insane. Like, and none of them have stopped because he's just changed the way that he's done them.
So no matter what the obstacle was, he just changed the way that he done them.
He does. All his shows are still happening. They're just now at his house.
Yeah. Yeah. Some
It's
people,
crazy.
When the pandemic hit, oh my God, we're shut down. You know what an optimist did? They saw the opportunity inside of the obstacle. They said, okay, we just have to adjust the play. Listen, guys, the goal never changes. The plan of attack might change, but your goal can never change. Your goal can never change. Yesterday I met with my team that sits in here. And listen, I love the people that are part of my team. Some are in this room, some are not. And you know who you guys are.
Me.
Yes, we sat down and we put down my dream map. We're writing down my top 100 dream guests. So we're gonna start reaching out for them. So if you know
There's
anybody,
gonna be like 30 of them are gonna be my top dream guests.
well, whatever. Yeah. And I'm sure 30 will be Kayer's, and then I'll leave me room for a few. But if you want to be a guest on the Ralph Graves Jr. show, right? If this is the kind of stuff you like talking about, you can come in. Let's just be a guest. Contact. I'm pointing to her. She's not looking at me.
k.bert@gmail.com.
Contact. Say it again.
k.bert@gmail.com.
Yes, and we'll get you on the show and we'll talk. We'll have a Spotify conversation. We'll do YouTube live on the show, but we'll talk about 30 minutes and really talk about your journey and really talk about your story. But because all of you have something to give. But we talked about being optimistic today. It really does matter. It really does matter. Being optimistic really does matter. It's not rose-colored glasses, but it's having a positive outlook on the things in life. Any comments, you guys? Any comments? We're just going to freestyle for the last 10 minutes. Any comments? Anything that we missed talking about today? I didn't have any callers. I didn't get a chance to give away any gifts today. 888-329-3306. All I got to do is pick up the phone. Really, it's like, I got time for one caller. So whoever calls in probably gets the gift. Let's review why optimism matters. Let's review. Let's take it from the top for me, Janae. Point number one, it is that it digs us out of the negativity that just life creates. It digs us out of a hole that negativity might create. Number two, it helps us become expansive. When we're optimistic, we can grow. We can expand. We won't let a bump in the road just close the door on us and make us sit in the corner and cry. We're going to grow through it. Point number three we talked about was it allows us to get healthy, even mentally and physically. Being optimists are just physically healthier. because of how they approach things. Optimists see they have to make an adjustment and they say, okay, I'll make this adjustment even in it helps create a healthy lifestyle. Number 4, being an optimist, it spreads good vibes, good energy. Remember, no matter who you are, you bring an energy into a room. You bring a vibe into a room. When you walk in, when you walk in, that's all of us. You either take away from the room or you give. You're either a minus.
Can you not be neutral?
Or no, you can't be.
I try to be neutral. I don't want too much attention on me.
You still bring a certain energy in there with you.
But my energy probably says I'm neutral.
No, your energy. Okay. Sometimes I feel very positive when I see you guys walk in the room. You guys bring in a positive energy, and into the room.
No.
That's Kyer, y'all. She is bugging today. Number five, it's a better choice. Being optimist.
It keeps you moving, I think. Being optimistic keeps you going. It's just like, all right, I'm just going to keep going. What else am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like,
it allows you, again, to see the opportunities in the obstacles, guys. We're going to have obstacles today, but inside of it will be every single opportunity. There'll be some opportunities that we can capitalize on. 888-329-3306. Guys, once again, if you have not, I wrote a book called Unstoppable. It's 7 universal laws that will change the way you pursue and achieve success. It's available at barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com, ralphgravesjr.com. Also, too, I failed to talk about it, bad host. We started a program called the Gulfstream Way, myself and Milton Corsi. And it's a private Facebook page, and it's all about growth for emerging leaders. If you want to be part of that, you can email
k.birtc3e@gmail.com.
And to be part of that program, go to my website, register, whatever the case may be. We'll make sure that we get that information to you. But if you haven't, go grab my book, Unstoppable. It's wherever fine books are sold, it's out there. Go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get Unstoppable. It'll change your life. It'll change your life. Guys, if you're in the area of Millville, New Jersey on Sunday mornings, 8:30 a.m., 10 a.m., at 911 Church Street, Millville, New Jersey, or you can catch us online at
10:30 on our website, c3ecornerstone.net.
Yeah, and also, too, if you want to find out what's going on with the church I pastor, go visit that website, Cornerstone Community Church. Give them the website again.
c3ecornerstone.net.
And what's the church social media pages and all that?
Oh, gosh. C3 Millville.
Yeah. Nobody has tried to copy that just yet. I guess they don't try to make fake pages of churches and corporations.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, I guess it wouldn't if they start spreading heresy.
The email again. The email again on Instagram said to re-say the email again, Kyer, to email
k.bert
C3E
at gmail.com.
K.Bert, C as in Charlie, 3E at gmail.com. Email her and we'll get connected. We will definitely get connected, everybody. But guys, I hope this program helped you out today. I hope you understand now why optimism does matter. Listen, this country is going through a trying time. Listen, and I don't care who you voting for. Listen, that doesn't break up our friendships or anything like that. I don't even care about your religious affiliation. That will never break up our friendship. What you believe will never shake what I believe. But what I'm trying to tell you is this: we have to keep an optimistic outlook on what's happening if we're going to make it in this world. My mom checks in. I got to read this. She says, when I was teaching, I was part of a team that would have to make major decisions concerning a child's future in the program. Had to always be optimistic. Then would say, when I walked in the room, here comes Miss Sunshine. So you being optimistic does lift up someone else's day. Here comes little Miss Sunshine. So be optimistic throughout the day. Be optimistic. Be optimistic. It does mean something. It does count for something. We're only on this planet for a short period of time. I heard somebody say the greatest joke that life plays on us is its brevity. It's its brevity. So do not spend this time down in the dumps. Do not spend this time depressed. Do not spend this time stressed out. Spend this time working hard, making a positive impact on people's lives, and being optimistic even in messed up situations. Did that help everybody today? Did you guys like that one today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good time explaining that because I try to stay optimistic. I want to thank Matt for producing the show. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks for having me be a part of your show,
man. Always good to have. It's good to have met you, man. And thanks for being a part of it. Any final thoughts, ladies?
I'll have a new I tried it next week. So if you want to know what I tried next week,
tune in.
Yeah, I have to have one too because.
Yeah, Claire never really has one.
You know what I did? I tried a new hair color.
Okay.
For my birthday.
How was it?
What color was it?
I wore it yesterday, but I had a headband you couldn't see. It's platinum blonde with like ash brown roots. I loved it. It was really cute.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so you wore it yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
What do you mean that's crazy?
I even noticed.
I don't know what to say. Matt, it's a whole nother conversation. I don't know what to say about women's hair. Do you know what to say?
I noticed that it was lighter, but I thought it was
no, it wasn't.
No
opinion.
I'm bald too. I think it's best left unsaid. But I'm glad you tried it. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad it worked for you. Jacqueline Kerbeck, thanks for checking in. She says thanks for the inspiration. She's an optimistic person. And thank you for lifting her. Hey, thank you for being part of the program. Guys, my name is Pastor Ralph Graves Jr. Listen, stay positive. Stay optimistic. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Instagram Live.